Hey guys, sorry I look crappy. I was just going for a little bit of a jog and I wanted to not jog anymore, so I'm doing a video. It's like, you know, a good excuse to... I was putting off doing a video and then I went for a jog and then when I was during the jog I figured that this would be a better procrastination from the jog than vice versa. So here we are. Anyway, I saw Logan last night, that movie, Logan, about Wolverine, and first of all, spoiler alert. So, if you haven't seen it yet and you plan to see it, you know, come back to this video afterwards. I'm going to do a little review of Logan. Logan was the kind of movie where you should watch some puppy dog videos afterwards so that you can forget about how sad that movie made you. That movie was absolutely bleak. It was just any opportunity to be sad, and they took it. I'm just gonna run through a few of the sad things that happened in Logan, okay? Number one, it takes place after the heyday of these characters, right? So they're in a bad place after they were in a good place. So that's already depressing. Nobody wants to fall from grace, but you see these characters just in really bad places. Like Logan, his career, like he used to be, I don't know if he was a professor, he was an instructor in a school for special people, mutants, right? I don't know why I'm being diplomatic about a comic book. And then Logan, he's a limousine driver. Wouldn't it have been hilarious if I just bumped my head on that during the video? And then just got knocked out. And then there's like 10 minutes of just the camera pointing up at the sky while I groan in pain. Okay, so that would have been as sad as Logan, which I just finished seeing. Okay, he fell from grace. He was, Logan was a limo driver. Definitely, I mean, if you're a limo driver, it's a fine career, but, you know, I think we can both agree that it's a little bit lower tier than saving the world, which Logan was doing at one point in his career. See, I just don't like motorcycles. Why would you get a loud engine? That's the equivalent of just going around. Like, if you don't have a motorcycle, to get the same effect, you could just walk around screaming, "I can't tell the difference between good and bad attention!" So, not a big fan of that. I'm in a small town called Vacaville in California right now, visiting my parents, and it's like big, loud engine central. A lot of Raiders fans. No offense to any Raiders fans. I know that you take revenge for things like that. You go away that car. Case in point, another loud engine. It's really slowing down this video. Okay, so he was a limo driver, and Professor X was, he had a degenerative brain disease. And he's in his 90s, so in just the loss of dignity that is implied by that, this movie captured it so well. Well's not even the right word. They captured it so sadly. So there was that, right? And then Logan kept Professor X in a fallen water tower. And he was basically trapped there. He was basically trapped there and just drugged up all the time because of his brain. It was so powerful, and the combination of that and the degenerative disease meant that he was a huge danger to people. So that was really sad. He had to be captured and drugged all the time. And then, you know, a lot of times he didn't make sense. Nobody wants to see that from, you know, that implication, that scary implication that, you know, that happens to people and it could happen to anybody. No, we don't even want to talk about that, but this movie did mention it, put it in your brains. And then one of the characters was an albino who couldn't go into the sun, and that's really sad. He could never go into the sun, and then they put him in the sun at some point, and it burned him a lot. And Logan had a daughter that he didn't know about, and then when he found out about her, he didn't even want to have her as a daughter. And on top of that, I'm losing count. There's just so many sad things in this movie. Also, Logan, he was poisoned, and so he couldn't regenerate his body like he normally could and heal really quickly. But the sad part of that, the extra sad part of that, is that that's how he wanted it, because he wanted to die. Oh man, the movie just is a bummer fest. It's a festival of bum outness. You can't, how do you even, it's like the writers of that movie were just like, what is the saddest thing we could possibly do? Okay, let's do that. Is there any way we can make it sadder? Let's make it even sadder. At some point, Logan said to his daughter that he didn't want to be his daughter, that he had an adamantium bullet because, and he said this to his daughter, he was thinking about blowing his brains out. What the hell? Another loud engine. Can you believe this? I can, because I know this town, and they love screaming through their engines. That's like the statement that they want to make, is I've got a loud engine. So that means what does that mean? Why would that even mean that you're tough? What is the correlation there? It just means you love attention. You don't care if it's good or not. Okay, I think there were more sad things in this movie. I don't know. I can't think of any more right now, but that's a lot. Like, that's the kind of movie where afterwards you just kind of sit as credits roll and think about what your life is, and then you just want to watch some cartoons, some Nickelodeon, and get it out of your brain. That being said, it was a great movie, 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I had very few complaints about it. The bum out stuff, like, it's the kind of movie, bum out movies are the kind where, like, nobody wants to go see a bum out movie, but then when they see it, they get some kind of morbid value out of it. God, this lighting is so bad, there's no way even to get it good. Does that do it? Yeah, it's a pretty cool background. Anyway, you should see it. I know you don't want to because of this. Well, why would you? No, if you're watching this, you already saw it because I already said spoiler alert. And why would you? If you haven't seen the movie and you watch this review, don't go see it because I've ruined it for you. But I warned you. And if you've already seen the movie, I'm sure you agree with me and you appreciate the commiseration that we're doing right now. The relating on just how much of a goddamn bummer this movie was. But it was pretty great. Okay, see ya.